Hello bio builders, this is Makuta Alvarez again. I'm doing a little bit of a different video today. I thought we would do a let's build. My fiance is going to be joining us for this let's build video. And today we're going to be building Toa Mata Nui. Let's go ahead and get started with it. Hello, now you can see our hands and our arms. What fun that is. So I already have the package open right here just to kind of make sure it was the correct thing. Let's get right to it. Now the seller did inform me that there would be a few pieces either missing or the wrong color. So I have planned ahead for this, and I pulled these from my personal collection. I'll just be setting those off to the side right here for whenever those will be needed. I want to get a closer look at this Mask of Life right here. There it is, the Mask of Life. Very nice. Up until this point, I'd only had the silver version. Alrighty. I think we're all set. If you want, you can start putting those things together. I'm going to try and sort these pieces out so that way it's not going to take as long. I think this must have been one of the wrong colored pieces right here. So you can make that little trade out right there. There's the black one. I've always really enjoyed these pieces. I like to use them for the torn legs. How's it coming along so far? We could create this little space right here for you to work with. I must say, after looking at all these yellows and golds, I'm not really a fan of the mixtures of yellow and these orangish colors and the gold. Seems like a bit of a color scheme mess. Okay, I guess we're setting that to the side. Oh yeah, now we're getting to the head. Alrighty, there it is, going on the head. Getting the head connected to the body.
And it says to put the head on the body and then to put the mask on, so you did it in the wrong order.
Oh, well, whatever.
Read the instructions. Get a Bionicle noob.
Oops. And this is going to cause some issues. This thing is really loose. I wonder if these are going to be the same on each side. We'll see how it plays out here.
Different feet are used in making this one foot.
Look at that big chonker foot. It comes with his very own mouth too. Check that out. That's like my old tennis shoes. So now we're getting to the calves, it looks like.
You know what the calf muscle is called, scientifically?
I was about to say, yeah, it's just calf, I think, right? What's the scientific name for the calf muscle?
It's the gastrocnemius.
Oh yes, gastrocnemius. Look at that. Toa Mata Nui's gastrocnemius is complete. Uh-oh.
The muscle,
Oh no.
the tibialis anterior.
I'm gonna have to change out my little ball socket thing.
Ooh.
It won't even stay in place. Okay.
Sorry.
You can go ahead and move on to the next thing. Oh no, I gotta take apart all this. That's a little loose, but I think it's gonna have to do. What do you need?
That piece.
Right next to your hand.
That's a weird looking piece.
It's actually a very nice piece to have. It allows you to get some different building angles done and different lineups that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get.
Still looks weird.
It's a very highly sought after piece.
Still weird.
Alrighty.
Why is it called bushing?
That is a great question.
Is it related to a bush?
It might be because it might just be a general engineering term. Like a little washer. This bushing goes on the light gray.
Why is it called bushing?
Don't question it, it's a bushing. Okay, now we get to the fun part where we put everything together. Sure
So I
thing.
snap it down like this?
Yes.
I don't want to break your pieces.
It's okay. Perfect. Well, your leg is stronger than mine.
That's right.
Okay.
It extends.
It does. The gastrocnemius is quite the bomb. Cool. Now it's all connected right there. That's nice.
With this. And why is it just sitting there?
That, my love, is a bad design choice. That does not look pretty. I mean, look at that. It's like his whole freaking chin is just sticking out with this huge gappy right here. How is it? Is it a leg?
It's fun. Is how it is.
Now we get
How
to
did you get it bent like that?
like this.
Yeah.
I just bent this bit right here.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, I sure do. He can do those squats. Yeah.
Oh boy, can he?
When you squat, you're
I'll
not
give you
really
a couple.
supposed to bring your shins forward because, like, that's gonna wreck
Yeah.
your knee. But it's cool he can do it.
So now we get to put these big ugly yellow pieces on the
Oh,
sides.
these are hideous.
Yeah.
Who designed this?
The same people who decided to make clack a thing.
What's clack?
I'll show you what clack is later. Honestly, I like the general shape of these shields on the leg, but it just needs to be a different color, I'm telling you.
That doesn't match.
This just don't look right. Oh boy,
Ooh.
we're putting things on the body now. Oh, that is a strange design choice right there. It's very ingenuitive for them to use all these different friction pieces here to give it more stability, but I do not like how it stops him from being able to lift his legs up sideways. Here comes the bicep. Or tricep, I don't know which one it is.
You know why a bicep is called a bicep and a tricep is called a tricep? Quadricep is called a quadricep.
Is it because they have 2, 3, and 4 muscles respectively?
No.
Oh.
One muscle is called the bicep because it has 2 heads.
Oh,
So-
one muscle has 2 heads.
Right. Tricep has 3 heads. Quadricep has 4 heads.
Okay, so quadricep has 2 muscles.
Nope. Quadricep is one muscle that has 4 heads, 4 origins. It connects to other stuff at
What?
4 points. It's not
Well, this is why you're this science anatomy major, and I'm just having fun. Go into the fingers now.
When did these things have fingers? I thought they just had like these little hand pieces.
Do you know which set was the first one to feature fingers?
No.
First Bionicle set ever? It was Hydraxon from 2007. It took them 7 years to give any Bionicle character like posable fingers. Oh yeah, Hydraxon, aside from the weak color scheme that he has, he was one of my favorite Titan sets for quite a while. Second only to Brutaka, really.
Bushing. I still don't know why it's called a bushing.
We just accept it at this point.
Bushing. A metal lining for a round hole, especially one in which an axle revolves. A bearing for a revolving shaft. A sleeve that and protects an electric cable where it passes through a panel.
That's pretty close to what I was saying.
Comes from Middle English, from the Old French bois bosque variant of bois, wood.
Boys?
Bois, even spelled with an I. Wood, reinforced by an Old Norse buski, of Germanic origin and related to Dutch bos and German bush.
I kind of like these posable fingers. I'm a huge fan of the thumb being able to swivel around. That's nice. That's important for thumbs.
I feel like if this were in all black, it would make a pretty cool Sauron.
It really could.
Oh wow, we're almost out of pieces.
We are. Now in real time here, it's taken us about an hour and 20 minutes to get this far. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this Toa Mata Nui with this weird looking shield, I wasn't a fan of it. And honestly, now that I'm kind of seeing it, it actually looks pretty dope. I like it. I'm digging it. Alright, well, that's it. He's done. He's completed. Here he is in all his titanous glory. I'm very impressed with the size of it. I'm very impressed with all the different building techniques that went into it. There are some bits that I would definitely change. The shins right here. I mean, if you didn't have these big, distracting, ugly yellow things on the side, you can clearly see this little bit right here. There's all this gap in front and behind it. I find that unacceptable. I think something fell off of his back. There it is. His little life counter thing. I've seen plenty of other people review the sets. Some people complaining about the different contrasting colors, and honestly, okay, whatever. And honestly, it's I see exactly what they're talking about. If I look at them real quick and look away, I mean, just at a glance, it doesn't look that bad to me. It's really only if you look at them and you let your gaze linger and you realize, oh, there's different shades happening here. I don't know. I just find it really bizarre that I'm just gonna let that thing stay off. Out of all the pieces to make a pearl gold color, I mean, obviously they had to do the mask that way because it's, you know, it's the mask of life. It's like the only other gold pieces they have is these tiny little dots on the shins, really. And then this little bit, like kind of on his lower belly. I feel like they could have done more with that, or just done away with that entirely and just made this one piece the pearl gold. But, you know, whatever. I am not a fan of the fact that his leg cannot come up so he can like do a kick or anything, but I mean, to be fair, he's the great spirit of Mata Nui. He doesn't have time to be doing side kicks all day. When you're a spirit of the Bionicle universe, you don't need to know how to do the full splits. You don't need that.
It'd help.
It would help. So I guess I've been talking a lot of trash about this model, but I need to point out some of the positives. I am a fan of all these different friction pieces and tubes happening here. I know some people have said that they really don't like that. I actually don't mind the look of it. The only thing I don't like about it is that it restricts the movement of the legs. But I think the idea is great. It just could have been executed a little bit better.
Can you do front splits?
Good question. Let's test them out.
Nope.
Okay, that's as far as his front leg is gonna go. Let's see how far his back leg goes. That's as far as he can go. That's not bad. That's like better than novice front splits right there. Now that we have them fully built and I can clearly see that these pieces don't serve any purpose right here, I'll be using those for Matoran legs later. What are your thoughts on him? Any positives or negatives?
His torso is really long. I don't know why they left like Technic pieces.
He is a little bit
exposed.
lanky.
You-
Point out the Technic pieces, I'm curious.
Right here. Right
Yeah.
there, and then
Yeah.
this bit, and this bit, and this bit, and then these long tubey bits. You'd think that they'd cover it up with some kind of armor, but
That's a fair point. I hadn't
He's
thought
got
about
this
that, but
weird
you are
little, like-
absolutely right.
crop top deal going on.
Great spirit of Mata Nui with the crop top, guys. You heard it here.
I like the feet.
The feet were great.
Feet were probably one of my favorite parts. I like the little snappy bit. I need the ball so I can shoot it at you again.
I do agree with you with the feet. The feet are very impressively made. The thighs are pretty fun to build. I feel like they're a little bit small compared to the calves, but they do their job okay. I'm not a fan of this life counter thing popping off, but I think that's just a badly manufactured piece right there. The back has no armor whatsoever. I am not a fan of that. The arms. I don't know if you guys can see that, but just the little axle pieces just kind of sticking out right there. It's not just here that it does it. It does it in some other places on the model too, like right here on the leg. This isn't a mistake on our parts of building it. This is the way that the instructions told us to do it, with these axle pieces just sticking out a little bit, you know, exposed and all that. I don't understand it. It feels like they could have easily put in some little bushings in there, make it not look as bad. I feel like they could have put something else right here on the shoulder just to kind of round it out a little bit better. Feels like there's an unnecessary gap there. Forearms, I understand why some part of it needs to be a little simple. I feel like they could have done something a little bit more here.
His head is like a third of the size of his shoulders.
The head does look just a little bit small compared to the rest. This big chunky sword is real nice. I like the sword. I think it's sized very nicely to the rest of the model. Color clashing I'm not a fan of, but you know, can't have everything. And the shield, as I mentioned in the building process, upon seeing this model for the first time years ago when it first came out, I was not a fan of the shield, and it just didn't match the original smaller version of him. But after getting a chance to build this and put it together and see what it looks like all opened up and stuff, I'm actually digging it. I might actually like it better than the original one. But I am a fan of that little shooting function. That is something above what the other model had, the little smaller one. So there's a little Toa Mata Nui. Let's see if I can put him in a similar pose right here. Look at him in all his mighty chibbiness. Now that I'm looking at the swords, they seem very close in size. This is just a custom sword that I made that I thought would fit this smaller version nicely. Take them off and we compare the sizes to each other. There's a little bit of extra length on this one. And if we compare the shields together, I am a huge fan of this shield right here, but I think I might just be a bigger fan of this one right here. With the little pinchy function right there. Oh, that looks nice.
What does it block?
It's got this chunky bit.
When it's open. You said you really like it when it's open, but when it's open, it can't block anything.
Well, fair. But I think it looks very menacing. It feels like something that he could use to like punch his enemies or like snap this shut over their torso or something like that. I mean, it's big enough, it opens up wide enough to be able to do something like that. I like it. I didn't realize how much of a proportionate sin this was. This Toa Mata Nui has some real lanky arms. So this guy, his arms, I feel like they are very appropriately sized compared to the rest of the body. We can do another size comparison with a custom click that I built over here. Boom, there he is. This is a little beetle companion of his. He still looks a little bit on the huge side, but I feel like it's more closely sized with the Toa Mata Nui Titan here. Let's see, what else do we have? There we go. Got that little Thornax ball there. You can play with the beetle. I don't trust you with the Thornax launcher anymore.
So you gave me a stabby thing instead of a shooty thing.
So anyways, I'm curious to see how he looks on the shoulder. There he is, guys. There's Click the Beetle on top of the Titan Mata Nui shoulder. I guess for you, on a rating of from 1 to 10, what would you rate this?
Probably a 6.
Seems like a fair score. I think I'm gonna have to go with a 6 as well. I was really thinking about giving it a 7, but there's just too many things that I would make adjustments to or try and fix or color changes that I really wouldn't feel right giving it a 7. Rating from Makuta Alvarez and his fiancée Ruby is a unanimous 6 out of 10. Would I recommend you get it? I'd have to say yes. It's the only set in existence that has this gold, this pearl gold Mask of Life right there, so for collector's purposes, yeah, it's kind of a must-have for any Bionicle enthusiast. Hope you guys enjoyed watching us build the Titanized Mata Nui. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. This is Makuta Alvarez and his fiancée Ruby, signing out. I'm gonna cut out the deuces. So this is Makuta Alvarez and his fiancée Ruby, signing out. Spot on. You got it.
Did we?
Maybe we should do it again just to be sure. This is Makuta. I have this guy in my way. This is Makuta Alvarez and his fiancée Ruby, signing out. I don't like the face I made there.
Nope.
I think we should do it again. This is Makuta Alvarez and Ruby, signing out. Yeah, we got attitude. Yeah. This is Makuta Alvarez and his fiancee Ruby signing out.
That was out of sync.
I was saying maybe we should practice just the wave bit.
Okay.
Did you want to say anything for the end screen?
I don't talk.
You don't talk? Oh, okay. This is Makuta Alvarez and his fiancee Ruby sign out. I think that's a winner.
I was making that face at the beginning.
What, this face? Maybe smile a little more. We should do that at the same time. I'm done.